everyone, it's MK. Welcome back to MK Quilts for my weekly live feed. Now, just as I say those words, I was thinking over the weekend, you know what? I don't think I did a live feed last week. Oh my gosh, I have been so busy. So last week I was busy prepping for my little weekend getaway. I was down just in Florida here, but I was a little bit south of where I'm at right now, doing a really super fun event. So let me just tell you about my weekend because I just had so much fun. So I went down to Sarasota area on Friday to meet up with a friend of mine who she is a quilting follower, but she's also a distributor of mine with my Senegence business, and we had decided to hook up and play makeup for a little bit and then go stay overnight, go to a quilt shop. So down in the Sarasota area of Florida, there is a very large Amish community, and I was really kind of unaware of this, and so we went. First of all, she checked us into this hotel. It's a brand new hotel in Sarasota, and the whole hotel is like decorated with quilts, antique quilts. The floor mats are like all decorated like quilting designs. The little placards by the door that tell you what room you're in, those are all like they look like little quilts. There was hand-pieced quilts up on the wall. The food in the little dining room was amazing, staffed by Amish ladies who were bringing out the most amazing continental breakfast. You know, you go down, breakfast is on the hotel. Oh my gosh. So then, right across the parking lot from this hotel is this amazing, huge Amish style restaurant. So the food, again, there, amazing. In the upper level of this hotel, of the restaurant, is a huge like boutique. They sold all kinds of stuff. We just had the funnest time doing just dinner and looking and shopping in there. On the other side of the parking lot is this really awesome quilt shop. It's called Alma Sue's. So if you ever get to the Sarasota area of Florida, you want to check it out. It is a full-on quilt shop, but it was started, and I do believe it's still owned by an Amish family. And when you go in and you turn to the right, and there is just normally going to be a few ladies sitting around an old style quilting frame, hand quilting. And then they have some of the most gorgeous quilts up in their shop that have been all hand quilted and just absolutely amazing. So that is what I was doing on Friday. So Joya and I had a fantastic time together. So then we hopped in the car Saturday morning and we went on down to Englewood, Florida, and that is just outside of Port Charlotte. And I had, hey Kim and Jennifer, a couple of my students are on right now. I did a private in-home pro stitcher, right, with Focus on Simulation class at a private residence down there, and we just had such a great day together. Now, one of the things, you guys, I have talked about this so many other times, that when I go on the road, you know, and I teach, I basically teach my layout and rendering, all of that content that I have in my videos and that I sometimes cover on YouTube, little snippets of things on YouTube, not the full layout and rendering, but all of that stuff that's kind of special to me, the MK way, that is what I teach when I go on the road. Now, what was so awesome about Saturday, kind of two things. First of all, I had a lot of new quilters in class. Now, when I say new quilters, I mean like new to quilting and new to their machines. So they were just like so on fire to absorb it all and learn. And I know a lot of times, you guys, when I get going, I talk fast and I teach fast because I get so passionate and so, I love it. And I know that sometimes things go like, woo, and I have to slow down and repeat it, right? So we went at a much different pace on Saturday because we had, new people in class, and it was super, super fun. Just seeing them be like so excited to get back to their machines. So the other thing that was really exciting about it for me is that I had baby lock owners in my class, okay? So just, like full on disclosure, I am a handy quilter girl. I'm a handy quilter retailer. But baby lock, their systems take the Pro Stitcher, right? And Pro Stitcher is it's the same on both of those systems or both of those machines. So what I wanted to say about that is that when I go out and teach, I teach in a Pro Stitcher capacity, okay? So if you know other baby lock owners, you can absolutely welcome them to join this group if they have Pro Stitcher, because it is the same software, okay? So I had baby lock owners in the room, I had handy quilter owners in the room, but we all use Pro Stitcher. So that was really fun, okay? So if you know anybody or you have connections to other, groups out there that maybe are looking for training or whatnot with their Pro Stitchers, then send them my way, right? So for my ladies who are watching, thanks again for coming out, and a tidbit for you to watch for later today. I had promised one of you that I would do a little bit of video on how I crop at the end of the quilt, and so Mr. MK was here and he helped me hold the camera, and I did a little bit of videoing, and that is going to be just for you guys, okay? So that's private. You had private instruction. I'm going to send you a private little video just as kind of a follow-up for what we did on Saturday, okay? Okay, so that was my stuff over the weekend. Really, really fun. Okay, so what's coming up in the way of teaching? Just wanted to remind you that next month I am going to be up in Virginia. Okay, so I will be in Haymarket, Virginia on Monday, April the 23rd. Now, I am going to be up there again, it's going to be a private residence, and I'm super, super excited for this one because I am going to be with a new owner of mine, okay? And I'm not gonna call her out. If she wants to say who she is, that's fine. But she's a new owner that just bought her system from MK Quilts, and I am going up there for personalized, individual, private instruction with her because as a retailer, she is my customer and I am responsible for that. And we are gonna do a few days of just private stuff, her and I. But she has graciously offered to open her home on that Monday, April 23rd, so that if there's other owners in that area, hop on over to MK Quilts, sign up. It's going to be a small group. She has a small space, so space is going to be limited, and just sign on up and we will do, we'll do the MK way. We'll get the Pro Stitcher Sims running and I'll be teaching up there. Okay, so hop on over to MK Quilts for that. In May, I have 2 stops in May. I am going to be in Ellijay, Georgia. That is not going to be a Pro Stitcher stop, but that's just going to be a lecture and trunk show that I'm going to be doing. So if you have ladies or friends or whatever, that's going to be an open to the public. All of the details are on MK Quilts, and I'm going to be staying with a quilting friend up there. As I travel the rest of the way, so after Ellijay, I am going to be in Franklin, North Carolina, and that is going to be a Pro Stitcher class. That is going to be at the shop. Another retailer is hosting me for that. So you're going to have to register on their website for that one. Okay, so that is Walker Quilt Company. Okay, so look them up online, Franklin, North Carolina, and you can register for that day with them. Okay, now the other thing that I'm going to be doing while I'm in Franklin is, I posted about this right at the end of last week. I am going to be paying a visit to my dear friend and talented quilter and designer, Deb Heatherly. Okay, so I posted about the fact that she's got a new book coming out, and based on a new ruler that she developed. So it's all being released next month, and then in May I'm going to be I'm so thrilled to be able to go to her studio and visit with her for a little while I'm up in the Franklin, North Carolina area. And when I'm done with Deb, I'm actually going to another Pro Stitcher owner private session. So this is completely private, just her and I. But I wanted to mention it because I want to keep that in mind, you to keep that in mind, that if you would like me for, if you're willing to have me come to you, I am willing to do that and do that one-on-one and only one-on-one, or you know, we can do a group thing like I many times do. Okay, so just always keep that in mind. So I'm kind of to the end of my list. That's what I've got going on here. Up and coming things, like I say, are those events in April and in May. And of course I have other ones out there for the summertime, even talking about, I've already been talking about some people for events in the fall, maybe adding in a couple of more in the fall. So just head on over to MK Quilts, stay plugged in with me here, and get yourself signed up for the newsletter, and invite your friends to sign up for the newsletter, you guys. The newsletter is not specifically only long arm related. We put a lot of things in the newsletter, so it can be for just, you know, any quilters, piecers, long armers, you know, people who do whatever kind of quilting. All right. Okay, so that's what I've got coming up. Let's show you what's on the frame, and then I got to get on out of here and keep working. Okay, over here on McFinity is this cute as can be lipstick quilt. And, you know, I've talked about it before. The second part of my business here at MK Quilts is my Makeup and More with MK. And that is that lipstick quilt that I'm taking with me when I go to Tulsa next month. And it's just turning out so cute. Oh, and on that one, that pattern is called the 5-yard quilt. And I put a PDF of that. It's a free pattern. And I put the PDF in the files section of this group. There's one little error in, I forget if it's I think it's on one of the pictures. The picture is wrong with what size thing you're supposed to cut, but the cutting instruction is correct. So just, it's a very simple quilt. You'll be able to figure it out. Okay, over here on this side is a beautiful, I think these are either a combination of K Facet Fabrics, Amy Butler, something like that. Just kind of a cacophony of color going on there. It's just a half square triangle, kind of a chevron quilt, but it's really, really pretty. And then just wanted you guys to notice on this quilt, when I put it on the frame, it just spoke to me. It has those pretty light colors and pinks and orchid colors, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use some of my 80/20 Dream Pink batting. And just in case you don't know, Quilter's Dream sells this Dream Pink. It's an 80/20 blend, and a portion of the sales for the proceeds from that batting go to cancer research, breast cancer research, and those types of things. So, you know, I looked at that quilt and I'm like, I know that my client would not mind if I used that 80/20 on there. Okay, you guys, thanks for joining me. Sorry I missed you last week, but I'm a busy gal, and so that's what I got going on. Catch me next week. I don't know what we'll be talking about next week, but I'll be with you sometime then. And as always, you guys, from my studio to yours, happy quilting. Have a great day and a great week. Bye-bye.